massive injury boost with 4 players set to return this week. And Manchester United deny that there was a training ground bust-up after the game against Brighton on Saturday. Those are all the things we'll be discussing on today's show. But before we jump into that, please do smash a like on the video and please do subscribe to the channel if you are new. So let's start off with the positive story, and that is around the injuries and around players returning to the squad this week. We can confirm that both Mason Mount and Rafael Varane took part in full team training this afternoon ahead of the game against Bayern Munich tomorrow. We are expecting them to travel on the plane that leaves Manchester later on this day and be part of the squad to face Bayern Munich tomorrow. That is a massive, massive boost for me. I think Rafael Varane is absolutely essential against a very, very tricky Bayern Munich side. And you know what? I think Mason Mount deserves a chance as well. I don't like Bruno Fernandes on the right wing. For some reason, Pellistri doesn't seem to get any game time. So I would stick Mason Mount on the right. He played there for Chelsea quite often and was quite effective. Put Bruno Fernandes in the number 10 position. And then obviously it'll probably be Eriksen and Casemiro as the 2 holding midfielders. Moving over to midfielders, and the other third injury boost is Sofyan Amrabat is apparently also back in training now. He isn't expected to be part of the game against Bayern tomorrow, but he is expected to play against Burnley on Saturday away from home, which I think we'll need him for, because Burnley, yes, they've been really poor so far this season. They haven't won any games yet. They drew last night with Nottingham Forest, but I do think it will be a difficult task to go away to Burnley just after being in Bayern Munich on Wednesday, a couple of days later, straight to Burnley, away from home. Burnley will want to win that game, and I think having Sofyan Amrabat back will be a massive, massive boost. So he is back training, which is really, really positive. The 4th player is it's a fan favourite and somebody I really like, somebody I think is going to be a future star at Manchester United, and that is Kobbie Mainoo. So there's a report coming out this afternoon that Kobbie Mainoo is now back on the grass, taking part in training this morning. Now, we're not again expecting him to be part of the game tomorrow against Bayern Munich, but I would expect him to be at least on the bench for the game against Burnley at Turf Moor on Saturday. So that's 4 injury boosts there to bring you this afternoon. It does feel like the times are turning. It feels like there is a bit of positivity and a bit of luck coming towards Manchester United, because it has been a torrid couple of weeks to be a Manchester United fan, hasn't it? But with Rafael Varane coming back, Mason Mount coming back, Sofyan Amrabat coming into the team, and then also knowing that Kobbie Mainoo's coming in, I think that is a massive, massive positive. So I'm really, really happy about that. And there are now pictures of all of these players taking part in training, if you do want to go and find those for yourself. Now, moving over to the training ground bust-up, which was reported after the game against Brighton. Apparently, Bruno Fernandes and Scott McTominay had a fight. Apparently, Lindelof and Martinez were arguing. Apparently, there was all sorts of stuff going on. That was what was being reported. Now, there's a story coming out this afternoon saying that Manchester United have denied all reports that their players were involved in a furious dressing room bust-up after the defeat against Brighton on Saturday. So Manchester United are clearly quite quick to try and amend this situation, to try and dampen the situation, to try and quiet it, to try and soften it. They don't want the pressure to build up on Erik ten Hag. They don't want, the fans to think that he's lost the dressing room, which I don't think he has. I think the players do back Erik ten Hag, and I think they do want him to succeed. I just think that they're going to take a while to kind of understand his techniques and understand his playing style and all the rest of it. And obviously Manchester United were going to have to come out and say this, because whether it happened or not, obviously we don't know for certain, but they have to back their manager in public with something like this. They can't just be like putting out a loose statement. It has to be something clear and straight to the point, and they've done that. Do I think there was a training ground bust-up, a dressing room bust-up? I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised. They're professional athletes. They've just lost the game embarrassingly at home. Yes, Brighton are a good side, but to lose 3-1 to Brighton, to be 3-0 down, is quite embarrassing at home. It is. It shows that Brighton wanted it more. And when Brighton had a squad of only £17 million worth of players, and ours was probably worth over £500,000, maybe more, that kind of just sums it up for me. So no wonder they were frustrated coming off that pitch. And you know what? In some ways, I'm glad if they did have a bit of an argument, because it shows that they actually care. It shows they showed more by arguing with each other than they did on the pitch that day. So fair play to them. At least they do have some care. They just need to channel that anger into the future matches. And hopefully that future match is tomorrow against Bayern Munich. Hopefully we go out and we put in a performance and we actually get a result there. The likelihood of that happening, I would say, is quite small. I think a draw would be a great result. I think a win would be exceptional. But we just have to hope that off the back of all of these poor results, Manchester United does just click and they go out there and we get some goals. We have been creating opportunities. We have been playing quite well in some games, but we just don't seem to score. We don't seem to deliver these goals, which is what we ultimately need, and we seem to be leaking at the back. I do think our luck's going to change, though. I don't know whether it will be tomorrow against Bayern, probably not, but I think at some point in the next couple of weeks it will change and we will go on a run like we did last season. But I want you guys to let me know, how do you feel about the injury news? Are you happy that Amrabat, Varane, Mount and Kobe Mainoo are back in training? I'm absolutely buzzing about it, but let me know in the comment section below. And also let me know what you think about this training ground bust up. Is this the kind of thing you want to hear? I mean, for me, I think it shows a bit of passion, so I'm not really too bothered. But let me know what you guys think about that in the comment section below. This has been Daily Red Devil. I've been Kieran. Please do make sure to smash a like and subscribe on your way out, and I'll catch you all later.